so that when you go back and you see your buddies, you say, I flew in a balloon, and if your buddies are like mine, they'll go, bullshit, you didn't fly in a balloon. But if you know a couple of facts and a couple of historical points, they'll go, so, ballooning's been around a long time. The first flight was 1780.
Come on up here.
1780.
Trying to get both of y'all.
228 years ago today, or this year. Now, remember, man flight, the Wright Brothers, that was in 1903. That's only 108 years. So 228, 108. Ballooning's got a lot of shit on powered aircraft. A lot of historical, a lot of tradition. So I'm going to fill you in on all that junk. So it started in France. These two brothers. Daddy owned a paper factory. So you know back then they didn't have any fire safety laws on this shit. So things caught fire all the time, especially at the paper factory. So when things caught fire, they noticed they floated away. They had bags and they had paper and all this stuff. Off it went. They said, oh, there's got to be some kind of lifting properties for this heat or smoke or whatever it is. So they did a little test of different size bags. Little ones had a little lift, bigger ones had more lift. They said, you know, the kids, they didn't know that shit. Daddy didn't know about it. They said, well, let's get a big bag. Maybe it has enough lift to lift and maybe a person. Don't tell Dad. He'll take a shit. He will. So they made this big bag. So they try it out first, like NASA. They call it experiment. Yeah, it's been a long story.
Yeah, get comfortable.
You want something to drink while you're on there?
Yeah, give me a beer. Sure, and I'll take a beer now, yeah. Would you say we were at 35,000 feet?
That was me.
We're full of BS too.
Cold. Cheers. So, the kids made this big bag, and they said, okay, let's try it out. And they thought, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, what if we go up in the air, and there's no air, you don't breathe, and you die. So they said, let's try it out. And they got a cage, and they put a sheep, a duck, and a rooster.
A sheep,
a duck, and a rooster. Now Google it when you get it's in the history books. Because they remember, like Nassau, they didn't shoot up a guy the first time. They put a monkey in. Right. There's no monkeys in France, so they had a sheep, a duck, and a rooster off some guy's farm. And there's a reason for each one of those that we kind of figured out. I'll tell you that later. Anyway, they cut this cage and they hooked it to the bottom of the balloon. They dug a pit, and built a fire, held it up with sticks, got it smoked up. Cut that thing loose and off it went. Dragged that cage up, maybe about 15 minutes, came down, the animals were okay. So they thought, okay, there must be air up there to breathe. Let's try it with a person. Well, the kids don't have the money for kids. Daddy owns a factory. Daddy ain't going to give me any money. So what do you do if you need money? You go get a government grant. Well, back then the government was King Louis XVI. So they went to see the king and they said, Lou, we're going to fly. And Louis went. Yeah, he gave that hairy eyeball there. He said, why? So they talked to him, and he was kind of a patron of the sciences. So he said, all right, I'm in. Gave him some coin. They went back and they built this big envelope. Beautiful. Check it online. Google the Montgolfier brothers, whatever that is. It's dark blue. It had gold sun, signs of the zodiac around it, and it had a two-part basket with like a hamburger grill in the middle, a fire pit. Kind of primitive, but that's all they had.
Yeah. So
they tested a little bit, and they said, I think it's going to work. So they went back to the king, and they said, okay, Lou, got it built. He said, we built it. We ain't stupid enough to fly it. So who are we going to get to fly it? And one of the brothers said, get some convicts. You know, then if something happens, yeah, then who cares if something happens? Kings are smart, though. Very astute. That's why the kings. Lou said, well, if nothing happens, it's a successful flight. We can't have the history books say, convicts, first people to fly. He put the quietus right on that. You know? So he said, we got to get aristocrats, and they're going to be the first people to fly. So he said, I got a buddy. He's an aristocrat, but he's kind of dim. He said, we'll ask him. He'll think it's an honor. And sure enough, they asked this guy, and he thought, oh yeah, I'm in, you know, what an honor. His name was Piltar de Rosier.
De Rosier?
De Rosier was one of the first. Well, they asked all the other aristocrats, and nobody else would volunteer because they weren't that dim. You know, interbreeding and all that stuff doesn't make you that really. It makes you dull, but it doesn't make you stupid. So they set this thing up outside of Paris, November 21st, 1783, outside. More people showed up to view that than there were at Woodstock. Ben Franklin's little boys used to chase around, things like that. It was bad. It was a bad crowd. So they all got ready. They're ready to go. They heat the thing up, throwing oil-soaked rags and straw and everything on that fire, trying to get it going. They got enough heat. Just ready to launch. Can't find anybody else to get in the basket. A military officer steps out of the audience. He was a major in the French army. It doesn't mean much, you know. They never. In fact, he had a rifle he put up for sale and said, "Never fired, only dropped once." So he was a marquis. So he's kind of an aristocrat. So they said, "Okay, put him in the back. Let him on." I think he was trying to get out of the army on a Section 8 or something like that. So he jumps in the other side. They cut the thing loose and off they go. Maybe now they have a fire source in there, so they're stoking it up and they're flying along. No power lines. They don't have to worry about that shit.
Thank God.
No towers. No. It's a bunch of cows, and they give a shit about cows back then. So they come down about 40 minutes and land in this field and jump out. You know the Frenchies. They're hugging and kissing each other. Thank you. I don't know about you, but I like to be back on the ground. We got a little high there, and you're jumping around and moving around. I'm not used to that. You know, so we got a little tentative, but once we got back down on the roof of that building, I thought it was good. So we're back on the ground. They're all hugging and kissing. Out of the woods come landowners and people that lived around there. They thought it was a monster coming out of the sky. They had axes and scythes and hatchets, and they hacked that balloon to pieces. They said, "What's the story?" Here they thought they were saving those two guys. They thought those guys were cowering in fright, and this thing had come out of the sky and was attacking them. Because it was billowing smoke and fire, and you know that barbecue pit come over, and it probably burnt the field and tore up all kind of shit. So they said, Jesus, every time we fly, when the people think they got to save us and hack the balloon up, it's going to be a very, very expensive sport. So they, French, another very astute culture, the French, they said, you know, let's try this. Every time we fly, we'll bring some wine and some champagne. We had a good time. And every time we land, say we tear up the guy's crops, the landowner's crops, or we spook his livestock, he comes out and says, we'll just whip out a bottle, wine, champagne, and we'll say, hey, Vive la France, have a drink. And you know, after 2 drinks with anybody, they're your bud. So it's worked for 228 years. And today, we didn't screw up, landowners were fine, so we get to drink it ourselves. We always carry that bottle with us just in case. So, we're going to pour a little. Now we're going to take a little. Time to take a break. Take a break for a little bit. Cups? We got big cups. Big cups? Big cups. It's going to be rough.
Oh, you didn't shoot it.
There we go. There we go. Check out. The story begins soon after we pour. So it's a little bit longer.
Oh.
You gotta get the Irish in there too before it's
Yeah, we got to get the Irish. We got the French, now we're going to Irish. There's no Polacks in the story. Except the one that's
Yeah, except for the one telling the story.
See, there's no Canadians either?
Canadians.
They weren't here yet.
You're related to the French.
Except the one here in the story.
You pretend you're from Montreal.
Now, the term Canuck, is that a bad
That's a good,
connotation.
yeah, that's a good thing.
It means a happy Canadian, a drunken.
Oh, every Canadian. We're born with Molson Golden in our hands.
It's like a hunky.
We're a Canadian.
You know, I'm trying to find. They used to have red label, Molson red. Black label. They had golden. They had
Molson X has got a red label.
and they had red. Yeah, that Molson. I love that.
Export, I love export. Molson X.
Lordy.
No.
Oops.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Don't drink it yet. Don't drink it yet.
bad luck if you touch it.
I'm being initiated here.
Yep.
We got more bottles so you can.
I have a bad feeling. Bad feeling.
Oh, you will.
It's not even, if it's going to be all you.
Don't touch more. You
None of
can.
them want to give me any, but that's okay. Just keep them off.
Yeah, this is his first flight. Load him up. Fill up his cup.
Good story about one. So back to the story. So here's the Frenchies flying all around.
You have your cup? Drink your cup.
That's weird of it from the Irish. You hear about those Frenchies? Every time they fly, they land, they start drinking, and they're tearing it up. He said, that's our national pastime, that drinking. We've got to break in on this ballooning sport so we can drink with the Frenchies. But how are we going to do it? The Irish, another very astute culture of the Irish. They said, okay, what are we good at? Well, we're good at drinking, good at fighting, okay? But very religious. The drunk, sober, to go to church, and the God blessing everybody. You know? So they said, that's it. We'll come up with a prayer, and we'll call it the balloonist prayer.
Balloonist prayer.
And every time the Frenchies fly and they start to land, they start drinking, we'll come up and say the prayer. And they'll be so impressed with us, they'll invite us to drink with them for free. Because free booze is the best booze. So, every time we fly now, we have a little touch of the grape. In case there's any Irish in the crowd, we say the prayer because we don't want to piss them off either. Stay seated now. And the prayer goes like this. The winds have
Welcome you with softness.
The sun has blessed you with his warm hands. You have flown so high and so well that God has joined you in laughter and set you gently back in the
Loving arms of Mother Earth.
Not bad for Irish. Okay, now you can set your cigarette to the side. This is like back in the fraternity. If you get on your knees, you can use your hands to stabilize yourself, and then reach down with your teeth, knock that thing back. Pick that up and knock it back. And I'll drink with you. How you doing? All right, go, go, go! Cannonball, cannonball!
Woohoo!
What?
Yeah.
Water, okay.
Yes.
I thought he still had the power right.
Now you know what the towel's for.
Okay.
And now you want a balloonist.
A balloonist.
Woo!
You know what you know about the sheep. You know about.
I had a bad feeling.
Well,
That was great.
You were
That was
Welcome
great.
to ballooning.
You did good now.
So I'm an official balloonist now?
Absolutely.
We're
Woo!
gonna get your card and a pin. People see that pin, they'll
And
go.
I need more champagne.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
See, usually he has to
You
pin
said
you.
you had more.
Now,
I'm a balloonist now.
You're a balloonist now.
Glen,
It's official.
Yeah.
usually he has to pin you, and that's when he likes having the women fly earlier because he doesn't like sticking his hand down men's pants and doing theirs. He doesn't mind sticking the hand down the woman's
I'm
shirt
just
to do
saying. I
theirs,
need
you
the
know?
champagne. I poured mine. But
That was great.
Everything else. You did good, buddy.
Thank you.
Hell, we had a great time today. That was a good flight.
It was.
Short, but good landing. We saw some sights. Passed all the target. Got rid of the baggies. We wouldn't have made any money on it.
Want a sip of champagne?
That was great.
For
I
what
feel,
we did.
I feel like a new man now.
Gotta have a little sip.
And we're going to be out here all weekend, so just come out, hang around.
Let me get
We're
the
gonna-
I
better
want to
light
do that
here.
moon glow. What do you call it? A glow?
The glow.
We'll be on the
That's-
field here, and everybody will be drinking away.
That's fine. You can, but I
That'll be
can't do
good.
that.
Well, thank you. Now I feel like family.
You are.
Everybody was. I'll tell you what. And if you Google Pulaski on the internet, you can come up with a whole bunch of balloon videos and stuff like that we've been in.
You gotta have mom and dad.
Last year, somebody they videoed the whole weekend and put it out there on
Really?
New Orleans. What is
Oh,
it?
those guys we flew last year.
Bob McNamara. Who did he?
Yeah, it's a New Orleans TV station. They I saw that. They put a little blurb of their little.
There's videos out there from.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap. Alrighty.
Up and down, maybe.
Woohoo!